Hi guys, it's the Monk. I've got some sad news to talk about today. Something that's been bothering me for some time, but I need to talk about it, I need to open up about it, because if I don't, I can't bottle it up no more. Well, about 6-7 years ago, my ex-wife died. One mother and some of my children. I wasn't there. I wasn't around when they were going through some stuff. I blamed myself for a long time. I wasn't around enough, but I just couldn't tell them why. And it breaks me every single day, haunts me every single day. I beat myself about it every single day. It's one of the reasons that I had a nervous breakdown a few years back, as well as other things. Because my past, no matter how many times I run from it, it follows me everywhere, so I've had to face it this time. I've had to own up to the mistakes I've made, and I've had to face it and put it right. I tried to a few years ago. My daughter said how much she hated me and blamed me for everything else, wished me dead, wished me that I'd gone before a mum, which is understandable. I took it on chin, I hated it. And a few years after that, my daughter had a baby, and she had issues herself, struggling with her health all her life. And she fell out with me again because I didn't like her boyfriend. I lost her again. Then a couple of months ago I found out that she'd had a stroke. She's got problems with her heart, like I said, because when she was younger I resuscitated her and she was only a baby. Some days, when they get older, you just want to let them go, to let them do their own thing. But no matter how old they get, the harder it gets to let go and accept that they're adults, and you need to let them figure themselves out and make their own mistakes. But you just want to protect them no matter what, and I couldn't protect them from certain things. Her ex-boyfriend was abusive to her, and he left her to die. And it was a next door neighbour that saved her life. And she didn't want me to go to hospital. She fell out with me, didn't she? I didn't know what was going on. Apparently it was her ex-boyfriend that was stopping everyone going to hospital. And put it like this, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was. Apparently she nearly died. And she's in a bad way at the moment. She can hardly talk, she can't walk, and she's really struggling at the minute. And we're rallying around no matter what the past is. I've put it behind me. She's my daughter at the end of the day, and she needs us. So we've had to rally around, and no matter what she does, I'll always love her, you know what I mean? Love all my kids, no matter what the mistakes they make. And she's got a picture of my granddaughter who passed away, and footprints as well, and she showed me a picture of her holding her in hospital. This is when she had the stroke. She lost stillborn, and she had to give birth to it, which must have been very difficult. Mum's not alive, and I wasn't there because she fell out with me. She wasn't telling me anything. She had the funeral and everything, and no one was invited, which really broke my heart, as you can imagine. And obviously 2 years before she had my granddaughter, I'd never met her until today. Wow. It was just like looking at my daughter when she was a baby, and it just blew me away. That was a brilliant moment, because I'm beginning to put things right now. I'm facing everything, and I'm heading it head on, and I'm doing the right thing. I think sometimes, even as old as I am, I still make mistakes. It meant a lot to me today. I had my kids around me, and my granddaughter I'd not met. I'd met her for the first time today. She's 2. She's a non-verbal, she's autistic non-verbal, so she can't talk. And she's a treasure anyway, so as you can tell. Very special moment I'll hold forever. It'll, you know, them little moments keep me going when I have bad days. One of my oldest sons, Jamie, I met him today. Sorry, not today. I saw him again today. I met him a few days ago. I hadn't seen him since he were a kid, and we're trying to put things right. I've already put things right with my oldest son. I see my grandchildren now. They all now understand what went on. I've opened up. I've told them what things was, and they now know what's the matter with me. So they're trying to support me as much as they can, which is brilliant, which is what I've always wanted. I have problems explaining myself. This is why this video took about 50 years to do. Wow, what can I say? Our son Liam, he's fantastic. He's kept all this together. He did all the arranging to meet my son, and told him what was going on, and he wanted to see me, and I thought he'd be angry with me, but he wasn't. He understood. He was very mature and adult about things, which I couldn't have wished for anything better that day. And I just kept looking at him. He says, "Dad, you kept looking at me." I was thinking, yeah, because I love you. And I have problems where I have to express myself sometimes. And he kept saying that he got anxiety, and my daughter's got anxiety, and that's something I never wanted to pass on to him. It breaks you, All these years I protected them from it. Hid myself away to protect everybody from seeing and feeling the way I did. And it happened to them anyway. So sometimes, no matter how much you try and protect people you care about, no matter what, you hurt them anyway by doing that. And that's what I did. I didn't, it was hurting them back because I wasn't around, and I tried to protect them from how I was. I didn't want them to see it, so it affected them. But they've all got it anyway. That really hurts, because I would have thought I was doing the right thing. Not only that, I was in an abusive relationship for 11 years after I split up with a mum. She wasn't liked at first, and my oldest daughter witnessed it when she came to live with me a few years ago. And I said, "This is what I was protecting you from." I was embarrassed about it. I couldn't talk about it. I feel like I've been cheated in a way, kind of thing, because no matter what, I just feel like I've, I've been misunderstood. I've not been able to express myself because I haven't, and I felt, like I've let people down. I mean, I said to my dad when he comes to pick me up, I said, "Look, I'm sorry, I want a better son." But I didn't know how to be anything else. I'm trying to build so many bridges now. I'm trying to be open about it, because I've been stuck in this, anxiety and depression. Took 20 years of my life, if not more. And I'm just trying to repair the damage that my depression caused and my selfishness caused, by just trying to control it and not thinking about how other people felt. But I thought at that time I was doing the right thing. But no matter how many times I protected people I cared about, it always come back, and it always beat me down every day, made me feel worthless and nothing. And now my own kids feel the same way. So every time I protected them, really I didn't, because they all have the same problem. It's ironic, innit? Sometimes when you try and do the right thing, you end up doing something completely different. And all these years I thought I was doing the right thing, but life don't prepare you for that. Life, you know, when you have a family at a young age as I did, you don't get a book that says, hey, you know, you have to do this that way or you have to do it this way. And I just want people, if they hear this, to, you know, just to give a thought out to my daughter or message down below. And I pray for her every night, you know, because she's not in a good way right now. And it scares me every time I see her, you know, because I could have lost her completely if it weren't for a next door neighbour that saved her life, that noticed something went wrong and called an ambulance, called police to get rid of that idiot that she were with, that smashed up, flat up. That now me, well, not me as much, but I have emotional support and I help her financially if I can. And my son's been there decorating, my granddad's been there, and Carol, my dad's missus, has been round, and Steph and my son Liam and Jamie, my son, have all been round helping her. You know, I'm so proud of them all. Like, and my dad said to me outside, it's the first time I've ever heard him say that. I've never heard him say he's proud of me till today. Because like what people don't realise when I do my videos and things like that, I never talk about it. I never talk about anything. Because I was always ashamed of it, but it's like everyone keeps telling me there's no need to be ashamed. I did the right thing and I thought I was doing the right thing. You know? Some days, like I said, you know, your right thing might not be someone else's. My son was talking to me, you know, and he said, Dad, you know, you thought you were doing the right thing, and I don't blame you. You know, you have to do your own thing and all that, and I'm glad now that you're getting the help you need and you're trying to get better. And it meant a lot to me that. Just have a conversation with him, like, you know. Not to tell him how I felt, to listen to how he feels about things, you know. And it was just nice to have a father-son conversation, and you know how my kids have been through so much and they've not been able to talk to me, and it's just been nice to rebuild that, you know. And no matter how many, if they fall out with me or anything like that, I just know who they are, you know. You don't stop being a dad overnight. It's always there. And I always said to my son, you know, if you believe in someone enough, you always do the right thing. And you know what, how many times I do this video and I hear what I sound like, and I just think, you know what, it's who I am. You know, and I keep beating myself down every single day, and that's what you know, everyone keeps saying, don't keep beating yourself down, man. You're a good person and that, and it's just hard to believe sometimes when you've been through so much and you've been fucking kicked at curb, and your kids have been kicked at curb a long way, not by no fault of your own, but you know, because you just, that by me suffering the way I did, they suffered too. You know, makes you feel horrible, but you know, at times you just couldn't help it. I couldn't do anything about the situation, but you know, I put my son in that situation, but I didn't in another respect. You know what I mean? But it still hurts, like, you know. And all I keep saying to him is sorry, and sons keep saying, Dad, you don't have to keep saying sorry all the time. You know. You know. I've missed out on so much, right, and I'm trying to like fix it all in one go. But sometimes you have to just take your time and let things come naturally. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I pray for my family every day, and not only that, when my dad said he was proud of me outside today when I went outside for some fresh air, and he says, "Oh, I'm proud of you, lad. You know, you're doing really well. You know, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're trying to fix things. I'm proud of you." And I was like, I looked at him and gone, and I just thought, yeah, nice one, Dad. Never heard him say that to me before. Because maybe he knows I'm I am doing a lot of things to behind the scenes, going to hospitals, doctors, and trying to fix myself. You know, as I've always felt looking broken and damaged and looking no good. And I talk about it a lot now. I never used to talk about my problems, never used to face up to it. I've got fucking issues and I'm broken and damaged. But I do now. And you know, I've building so many bridges, not just my own children, but my girlfriend, and you know, I build bridges with her family, and I do try with people. I just struggle with things, you know. And they always say to me, "Oh, why is he always upstairs? On, you know, why is he hiding himself away?" And people just don't understand what it's like to have depression. And yet you don't want to. The people you care about, you try and protect them. But you know, when you're not around in your head and you're somewhere else, they need you. But sometimes you can't see that when you're in a mess. And they need me like they've always needed me. But you know, I just couldn't. I would just know. I always felt I never felt good enough. No matter what I did, I always struggled with confidence. I struggled with all sorts. And then I heard my son the other day, and he's like, "Dad, I have similar problems, you know." And I was like, "Oh shit," you know. And I kind of realised, you know, how special they are. I know I've always known, but I just needed a kick up arse. And when you get so wrapped up in your own self and your own self-pity, and you feel sorry for yourself all the time, and you know, I deserve to go through what I've been through, not thinking of others, but I did, but that's how it come across, that's how people saw it, and that's not the case. I'm doing something about it now, but it's never too late to fix things, it's never too late to, you know, just kind of repair your family, and you know, and I've told them how I feel, and not about certain things, but a protective thing still comes through me a lot. You know, I don't want them to see it or you know, go through what I did, but you know, I don't feel as worthless anymore because I have them around me, and that's all I've ever wanted. You know, people may think I walk away from things, but you know, I've always run away from things, but I wanted them to run with me sometimes, and not made myself look very good. Not made myself look very good, really. If only they knew. Maybe one day. I said to me, my son, when I met him, and I've got so much love, you know. It's just a shame that it's been kicked and punched and, you know, just kicked out of me. Then I stopped believing in everything around me. Everybody keeps saying open up. My therapist keeps saying open up, but I always felt like people are just going to laugh at me and fucking take the piss. But I'm a human being at the end of the day, and I'm struggling all the time. With my health, I've been through hell and back to try and fix it, because I know they need me and I need them, and you know what I mean. It's not because I'm ill. I don't know. You know, I got scared a couple of years ago where I thought that was it. You know, things weren't right with my health and everything else, and doctor kept saying to me, you know, you need to tell your family, you need to talk to them, and I just felt the worst all the time. And at the minute, I've got a lot of stuff going on with my health, and I don't feel right, and I just got scared. You know what I mean? And I needed to fix things before it's too late. I just, you know, they deserve the world and back. Some days I just never feel good enough, you know what I mean? They all do. Yes, I remember when they were born, I used to sit there looking and thinking, I don't deserve this. But later on in life, I used to sit there thinking, why the hell did I feel like that? Or maybe because I was made to feel like that. I was made to feel worthless and feel no good. But for the life of me, I can never remember where it came from. But to say I've been through all the stuff I've been through and now I'm overcome things, and I'm sitting there looking at my daughter, and she's like gone through all that in one go. A stroke, nearly died, and lost my granddaughter, and she must be going through hell and back. And she keeps saying to me, Dad, I'm worried about you. I said, don't worry about me. As long as you're alright, I'm fine. You know what I mean? It not matter. I said that to my son, like, you know, don't worry about me. I don't want you to ever worry about me. Because as long as you're happy, as long as you're alright, and I know you're safe, then I'm alright. You know what I mean? I always dread I'm getting that phone call one day about Beth. You know, worries me a lot. Not only that, but she's got good people around her now. Her family, her brothers, and her granddad. She's got me around her again. I just don't want her to push us all away like before. She gets that from me, you know. If things get too much, I push away. But I actually don't want to push people away. I actually want to bring them closer. But when people get too close, sometimes I push people away, like, because it's just a mechanism I have. Like, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they probably are exactly the same as me. I never felt good enough. Still don't sometimes. That's why I struggle with confidence. That's why I struggle, and I'm having so many therapies right now just to get myself back on my feet. But, you know, they don't realise they have been my strength. They always are. They always have been. Maybe I should have told them a bit sooner than that. You know, that's probably why I've been so weak. Maybe I started to lose faith because maybe I don't know. But when my son hugged me the other day, it just brought me back to life. I had so much life in me. It was like, what the hell? That's all I needed. I don't need money, I don't need gifts, I don't need all that. I remember when I was 18, I'd done some stuff, and all I ever wanted when my mum and my dad said, I'm proud of you, lad. You know, you tried so hard. And it didn't happen. Then today, my dad said it for the first time. And I was like, I didn't know what to say. She may have looked at me as the same, I'm going to say, I just didn't know what to say. I was like, it's never too late, you know, to fix things. And if you've made mistakes, which we all do, if you're not a bad person, fix things. I know that's in the right place, but it don't always get received that way. People take advantage of me good heart sometimes, and I always say, you know, I can be like any other human being. You know, I can only take so much, but as long as I see a smile on someone's face that I care about, it means more to me than I don't. So I just wanted to say, if my kids watch this, then, you know, your dad loves you, and I'm here. I was always here. So, peace out.